What's up, everybody? Welcome back for another episode of the Giveaway Show. I'm Crossflex Comics, and man, we're season 7. We're closing in on the end of season 7. This show I think we're coming up on 160 episodes, like a ton of episodes. We've been running for a long time, and excited about you being here tonight with us as we kick it off. So tonight, this is our Mother's Day episode. We're going to be taking a look at some of the best and worst mothers in comic books. We're going to be talking about that, maybe share a couple of fun stories about mothers growing up, but also recognizing that this might not be a weekend of celebration for everybody. There could be folks that have lost a mother. Maybe have different experiences with motherhood or around motherhood, or maybe not having experienced motherhood in the traditional sense. So just be sensitive to that, but just still have a good time celebrating it in our way here on the Giveaway Show. I'm excited because we just had free comic book day, and we all got some cool books. We're going to show some of those off as we get things started. Wanted to kick it off with a quick word from our sponsor. Lone Star Heroes Comics and Toys has the best back issue bins in the greater Houston area and in the region. So that's why we're excited to have partnered with them for coming up on 2 years now. They've been sponsoring the channel and continuing to make sure that we're always stocked with awesome books to give away, with awesome books into personal collections and to help with our channel members as well. So let's go ahead and check out this quick look on this quick word from Lone Star Heroes Comics and Toys.
What's up, everybody? It's Cross Collects Comics here, and I want to take a second to tell you about a sponsor of this video, Lone Star Heroes Comics and Toys. And if you're looking for your next favorite comic shop, this is the spot. Tons of back issues, all the key books you could be looking for, a friendly and helpful staff, and 3 locations across the greater Houston area region: Lake Jackson, NASA, and Galveston. So make sure and check out Lone Star Heroes Comics and Toys.
All right. Today, also make sure that you check out my reel from the this past weekend, my trip to Lone Star Heroes Lake Jackson. I got to see their new location for the first time, and it was awesome. It loved this vibe so much more than the previous location they were at, but this one just fits so well. It's such a cool place that you can spend an entire day, and the neat thing I like about it is that there's so many different spots in that kind of shopping center that they're in, which it feels a lot more kind of like small town and quaint than just like a regular standard bland shopping center. So it's kind of cool because the whole family could go and hang out there, and there's all kinds of things to do, restaurants and stuff around. So if you're the comic fan of the family, you can sneak away and go and have some fun digging through back issue bins. Lots of great stuff. Big shout out to Emma Dudley. It was great to meet you in person and to get to hang out there with you and Natalie and David and everybody else. But looking forward to being back over there at some point soon. Thanks to our channel members. Real quick shout out to them. Thanks to the channel members for continuing to support the channel in that direct way. It really is the lifeblood of making the channel work, and so I'm excited about them and excited about some of the care packages we have going out, which are long awaited, but some really good stuff in those packages. I actually brought a few more things in this past weekend. And also, there's a big sale at Lone Star Heroes Comics and Toys. Not this weekend, but the following weekend. It's going to be a massive mega sale, up to 75% off. So it'll be a much bigger sale than the one they did during Free Comic Book Day, and it'll be the whole weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, May 16th, 17th, and 18th. So if you're in the region, I highly advise you, take a quick trip over and check it out and see what you think. All right, let's go ahead and get it going. Let me bring out the 2 other guys that are going to be with me tonight. I've got 3/4 of the Fantastic Four here. Starting off with our very own strong guy, clocking in at 7 feet tall, even at about 320 pounds of pure muscle. Here he is, folks. JT Comics.
Woo, woo, woo.
What's going on, guys? Ignore everything Paul has to say today. He does not know anything. But glad to be here with JT Comic Books. Here with Carlos, the man, and that other guy. Yeah, we're gonna have a good show. Celebrate this Mother's Day thing. If there's any mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.
Nice. All right, let's take it on over to Paul, also known as Mother Goose. Here he is, folks. Paul Comics.
All right. How y'all doing tonight? Sorry I wasn't here last Wednesday. Your boy been picking up stuff for Free Comic Day. Oh. But yeah, thank you for having me on tonight. And he's back. But thank y'all for having me tonight. And yeah, ready to get started.
Awesome. All right, folks. Hey, so we're talking about mothers. So there was an article that came out, and we're going to be hitting that in just a minute. Hey, a real quick reminder to enter to win the first giveaway of the night. Hashtag Sue Storm is what you want to enter to win. Hashtag Sue Storm. All right. Let me do some shout outs in the chat real quick because I see a bunch of people are hanging out in there. All right, Emma Dudley, what's up? Good to see you. She beat Green Machine to it. First like and second comment. You beat me, Emma. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Emma Dudley coming in. So glad to see all of y'all here. There's Liz Barnes. Darth Lucian. What's up, Darth Lucian? Amazing Spider Flint is dropping in. Says,
Spider Flint.
Australian AC, what's up? Good buddy, good to see you. It's Three Good Nerds is hanging out. Wolverado, all channel members, folks I got to hang out with last night for our Carlos and friends. Yes, it is like a little town square, Emma Dudley. It is. It's so much fun. I love that spot.
We need to get Emma on here to see how you acted over there at the Lake Jackson.
I'm looking forward to seeing, like, kind of just really getting out and exploring that location. Let's see, Mr. Collector is dropping in to say hello and enter to win. Let's see, there's Wolverado popping in. Hey, Guillaume, good to see you, brother. Our one of our comic fans from across the pond. Joffrey Castro, good to see you. I'm glad that y'all are hanging out as well with us. Let's see, Tony Stank. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how
good luck, Carlos.
Let's see it. All right, so hey, make sure if you haven't entered to win yet, it's hashtag Sue Storm. Hashtag Sue Storm.
I just want to ask Carlos, what do you think about the new name for the Thunderbolts?
I've got some Nightwing books to show as well. I'll grab those in just a second. Yeah, I mean the Thunderbolts thing. I think I called that like weeks ago. I said
you were talking about the Asterix, but I think JT Comics is the one that said that they were going to be called the New Avengers.
No, I didn't say the New Avengers. I was thinking Champions.
No, you said Dark Avengers or Death Avengers or something.
No, I didn't think they would go with Dark Avengers because it was just too weird. But yeah, no, I think JT, what do you feel like? How are you feeling about them going with what you called it as?
I mean, he just got lucky.
I've not seen the movie, so I can't tell you.
Okay. Well, okay. So it's
yeah, how you seen it,
everybody. Glad that you are here hanging out in the chat with us tonight. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to dive into it. Let me go and pull up the giveaway tool first, though. We're going to go and do this first giveaway. I need to find the giveaway for it.
Was the movie good, though?
I was digging through what?
So was the movie good? Did you see
it? Wasn't that good, JG. Not a lot of people died in there. Like I thought.
All right, we got. Let's go through here. Okay, hashtag Entries. So make sure to enter to win if you haven't already.
Hold on, JT, you can't enter.
I didn't enter.
Oh, okay, well, sorry, JT.
You see that? Director said you spoiled it for me. You always spoiling the movie.
Well, I thought you watched it, man. When you gonna watch it next year?
Probably. I'm gonna probably wait till it gets on Disney Plus.
Oh man, you just sound like a cheapskate.
I know. I don't see how they can beat the Century.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of the characters died like I would have wanted to, but you know, I'm not, and just to tell everybody, I don't want everybody to die. So I don't know why people keep saying that, but there's just not that many deaths in there.
So how did they win? With the power of friendship?
Well, they hugged out. They hugged Century, and I thought that was lame as hell because Century should have just destroyed them. I was waiting for him to do it, but he didn't do it. Yeah. And then, like Wolverado said, there was no monorail in there, so yeah, it just sucked.
Too
All right, so first giveaway.
Damn, he coughed all over the book.
Okay, first giveaway of the night that we're gonna.
I don't know where Carlos went, guys. I heard him cough.
Okay,
there he is.
All right, a couple of giveaway books here. All right, let's go ahead and do this. First up, one of the most powerful female teams in the DC universe. This is from 1999, so this is 26 years old. This book, and I'm putting it at about a 9.
Nah, Gordon, that's a green screen behind Carlos. He doesn't have those books.
It's so much nicer. I like that. I like it when he's muted. All right, Birds of Prey #1, with a story by this. I think it's Chuck Dixon. Yeah, and then art by Greg Land. This will be the first giveaway of the night. This is the regular giveaway. So if you don't have this one and you want it and you're a channel member, you can choose this, or we've got this AOK from Wolverado. This is Sins of Sinister #1. This is the 1 in 50 variant.
Nice.
That's going to be the giveaway, the upgrade giveaway for any channel members that want to take it instead. But this Birds of Prey is pretty sweet. And then for our second giveaway of the night, I've got a 1 in 10 here from, remember, some people here win fantastic books because they get spec that all of a sudden lights up overnight. This is another one that will make a comeback. This is Noctera #1. This is the 1 in 10 variant, right? Another strong power picture. Here's the thing. Mark my words. I've called it before on others. When we gave away Impact Winter #1, and it went to Emma Dudley, and all of a sudden she had a $65 book in her hands. Ooh. We gave away a Booster Gold #1 to Larry Green. All of a sudden, that book shot up when they announced the series, and that went from about a $25 book to a $75 book overnight. And most recently, we gave away a copy of the. Now I'm forgetting it. But yeah, many times we've given away books that were considered cold spec, but then within a couple of months or much less, they shot up in value overnight, and all of a sudden you had a free $75 book. So you want to pay attention. This is one of those. Oh yeah, that was another one. Larry Green is a channel member. He texted me and he asked me. He said, "Hey, can you pick up this Monsters #1 book? It's an homage to Hulk 340, and I'd like to have it." I snagged it for undercover price, threw it in his box, and by the time it got to him, it was a $75 book. Yeah. Today, it is a $180+ book. Can't find it for less on eBay. I looked, trust me. So some of the books we're giving away, you may say, I don't know what that book is or whatever. Pay attention. It's paying off for some of our regular viewers. All right, Noctera #1, the 1 in 10. This is a minty fresh copy. This will be the other giveaway book. I love Noctera for spec. I love it, and I think it's gonna come. It's going to make it into production because it's a fantastic story. It's like Pitch Black meets Linda Hamilton from Terminator 2. And if you and you mash those two together with Mad Max, and that's what you got. So really well done. Post Malone's Free Comic Book Day book, Big Rig, was kind of like this, but nowhere near as good. So yeah, so if you come across any of the Noctera books, now's the time to pick up number ones. They are not expensive. All right. All right. Yep. There's an in joke from last night. Big shout out to to Weapon X for joining us last night for Carlos and Friends. And I kept calling him Wolverado and everything else under the sun, but never Weapon X. All right. So those are the two giveaways. We got the upgrade giveaway here. We're going to do that first giveaway in just a minute here. But before we do it, I'm going to let y'all know where we're going tonight. We're going to be talking about best and worst moms in comic books. This is coming from a superherohype.com article. I'm going to drop this in the chat so you can click on it and check it out too. And so we're going to be going through this list. If you want to look ahead and see kind of gather your thoughts, you can drop in the chat and tell us. I would love to hear what you have to say. Before we get to it, though, let's go ahead and do this first giveaway. Here we go, folks. All right, we got 17 entries, 18 people in the chat. Make sure and hit that like button if you haven't already.
Good luck, Carlos.
It helps to get the algorithm kicking. This is Paul's favorite time of the night, right before we spin, because for the past few weeks, it always lands on Carlos Collects. So we will see.
JT was here when it did it.
Yeah, no, it did it like 2 or 3 times in a row. It's nuts. All right, here we go, folks. Good luck to everybody in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Good luck, Carlo.
All right, Monotale.
Here we go. Come on.
Darth Lucian 88. All right, Darth Lucian 88. Congratulations, buddy. If you are interested, let's see. Okay, so this is going to be the book that you can claim. Birds of Prey #1 by Chuck Dixon with art by Greg Land. But ever cool. Well, yeah, no, this is the choice, Darth Lucian. it's the first giveaway of the night, and then we'll be getting to the other one a little bit later. All right, thanks for viewing tonight, Darth Lucian. Let's get all my Sharpie. Where'd all my Sharpies go? Oh, the left hand was a blue.
He said Birds of Prey.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the only one. That's the only one that's up for grabs. So we'll put this here. This is number 159. I believe it's been 159 episodes. Yeah. 159. All right, Darth Lucian, this is yours, buddy. I think we got a couple more for you. So this will be going out for you. Yeah, I've got a new packing team that's handling all my shipping now. And they drive a hard bargain, but they're worth it. So, all right, let's jump into this before we do the second giveaway of the night. Remember, I'm telling you, Noctera #1, the 1 in 10, well worth having, especially in this condition. It's really good condition. But all right, let's take a look at this. All right, so best and worst moms in superhero comics. This is an interesting one right here. All right, so best and worst moms in superhero comics were treated to a story or to a picture of Lois Lane with young Jonathan Kent hanging out on the farm. This was, of course, where the young Superman came from. All right, so first up, worst mom, if they're listening, is Madeline Pryor. All right, so ever wonder why Deadpool 2 didn't explain who Cable's parents were? Because it's complicated. Short version is that Cyclops married Madeline Pryor, a clone of Jean Grey, who went a bit crazy after Cyclops abandoned her and their child when Jean turned up alive. That's on Cyclops. Unfortunately, Madeline made some deals with demons to become the Goblin Queen, and she nearly sacrificed her own baby, Nathan Christopher Summers, before he could grow up to become Cable. The X-Men and X-Factor teams had to unite to save the entire world from a demonic invasion. Meanwhile, Jean and Madeline faced off over the fate of baby Nathan. That storyline was X-Men Inferno, which is well worth picking up if you don't have a copy of it. All right, guys, I want to have y'all weigh in on these different mother figures. Just want to kind of get inside your psyche, inside your head, and see what y'all think. What are your thoughts on Madeline Pryor? Good, bad, what?
Look, so I didn't get to read that storyline, but I seen the X-Men cartoon. Remember, she's in there. So from that, when I see her on there, I feel like she is.
She's a what?
She's a. I don't know, man. It's like back and forth. Like she wants to be a mother, and then she doesn't. Like she's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put her as a bad mother.
Bad mother.
The thumbs down. Yeah.
All right, give her a thumbs down. All right, Paul Comics. What do you think?
I mean, so I don't really blame her. I think she's a good mother. I blame Cyclops because he should have known that was Madeline Pryor and not Jean Grey. I mean, you could tell. Like when you're with the partner, you could tell the difference, and you know, I don't blame her because she was trying to be with Cyclops. I blame him, but yeah, I don't think she's a bad mom. I think she's a good one.
So Paul, so you would have noticed the difference between the original and a clone?
Yeah.
You're the most hyper observant male specimen of the male species that I know.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
I can absolutely see you totally catching onto that and saying, "Wait a second, dear."
Yeah, wait a second, something's not right here. You know, but I ain't gonna say that.
Oh yeah, she would have failed one of Paul's female tests.
I mean, you would know your partner, and you know stuff with them, and then you know that's a very intimate thing, and then childhood. So yeah, you would know something. So I blame Cyclops.
I'll give you that.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Look at you. You're already ready to say.
I do find it somewhat kind of oblivious of Cyclops to be to father a child with a clone and never catch on that it was just a clone.
Well, I mean, she technically just would. She just.
There you go. Well, Ross says, Paul looking sharp with that dark hair again, looking 50 years younger.
There you go, Paul.
What the hell are you talking about, Wilbrado?
Yeah.
All right. Spider-Man Dawson says, love is blind.
Right.
So, there you go. All right.
That's not what I mean at all, Dawson. Yeah.
She was close.
All right.
Let's
go to the next one. All right. Next one on the list is Best Mom, Jean Grey. All right. In the aftermath of Inferno, Jean Grey essentially adopted Nathan as her own son. She loved him despite the bizarre way he came into her life, and they formed an unshakable bond. Years later, Jean and Cyclops were forced to send Nathan to the future to save his life. Fortunately, their minds were later sent to the future as well, and they were given new bodies which allowed them to raise Nathan. Jean's record with her alternate future daughter, Rachel Grey, isn't spotless. She initially rejected Rachel out of fear, but she eventually came to accept and love her. Jean even forged motherly ties with X-Man / Nate Grey, another son from an alternate timeline. All right, what do you think? What do y'all think?
I think she's an average mom. She took in Cable, but the other girl, she just like, didn't want nothing to do with her at first, like I said. So she's okay. She's in the middle. Not thumbs up, not thumbs down. Just right there.
What?
So you give her right down the middle. Okay. All right. I would tend to agree, to be completely honest, because I do think that, becoming a cosmic energy source that wanted to destroy the known galaxy, that makes you not the best mother, maybe not the worst, but certainly not the best. I don't know. What say you, Paul?
All right, well, I don't know what y'all two talking about. JT's talking about this half stuff. You're either good or you're bad. So I'm going to say she's bad. She neglected Rachel, and then she just tried to she adopted Cable to be closer to Cyclops because, and that to me is not what you should do as a family, because the family won't work, and you see him in the future how he is. But, yeah, I'd say she's a bad mom.
Oh, wow. Okay. So he just filed for bad mom. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So we had two kind of middle of the road moms and then one bad mom for Jean Grey.
I don't know how you can be a middle of the road mom. Either good or bad.
Guillaume Barnaby says, not comics related, but you got to watch the trailer for The Long March with Mark Hamill. So excited they finally make that movie. Oops, The Long Walk. This Long Walk. I don't know. We'll have to look it up. We'll have to see.
All right.
Let's move on to the next one on our list. We've got Dr. Sheila Haywood.
Oh, yeah. She's terrible.
For those who don't know, only the hardest of hardcore comic fans know Sheila Haywood by her name. She's the mother of Jason Todd, Batman's second Robin. In the classic Batman, A Death in the Family storyline, Jason tracked down Sheila in Africa after learning she was his mom. Unfortunately, the Joker found her first and blackmailed Sheila into doing his bidding. Ultimately, Sheila knowingly betrayed her son to the Joker to cover up her own crimes. That led to this infamous sequence. Heartbreaking. This is going to hurt you a lot more than it does me, says the Joker. And then here in the bottom three panels, we see Sheila Haywood. A moment of hesitation, and then she lights up a cigarette. Right. Even after that near fatal beating, Jason still tried to save his mom's life. Sheila lived just long enough to regret her actions, but neither she nor her son left that warehouse alive. The Joker murdered Robin, and the only thing standing in the way of Batman's revenge is the Man of Steel. All right, fellas, what do you think about Dr. Sheila Haywood?
Hayward. Very bad. Bad mother all the way. She was right there in the panel watching her son get beat. She did not care. Crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know a mother that could do that.
Right. But Paul's gonna like her. You like her, Paul?
What?
Paul's probably gonna say Mother of the Year.
Right.
No, I don't. I say she's a bad mom. I mean, even if you get blackmailed by the Joker, she should have said something to Robin to get help. But I mean, y'all got to read it. I mean, she does look away, but then she's heartfelt when he's trying to save her, and then they blow up. I think she took the main blast. That's what was read. What I got from what Batman said, that she took the main blast, I think, and then she died, and then Robin just was done. So,
all right, Mr. Collector chimes in to say, "Good." She basically gave us Red Hood.
Wow, Collector, damn.
Right.
So Collector foreshadowed Red Hood. So, wow, what the hell, man?
Like, that's one of the darkest takes. All right.
Just like, my son's gonna be in the Lazarus pit.
The darkest of dark takes tonight. Yeah. I would have expected that to come from Paul.
That's the worst.
Yes, Guillaume Bernab, that was Comic Democracy working. There was a vote. People called in on a pay-per-call 900 number to vote, and they voted barely to kill Robin. So,
yeah, Jim Starlin told me that he was shocked that the readers wanted Jason Todd dead, but
yeah, man,
at the time that it happened, what was it? Dick Grayson was everybody's Robin, so a lot of people didn't like Jason Todd.
He was definitely different. He was definitely a different type of Robin.
Yeah, he was from a family that got killed, and then Jason was stealing wheels off the Batmobile.
Mike Mignola covers. Yeah, really, really cool. Really great storyline. Really well done.
Mike Mignola, what were you thinking when you drew that?
Oh, the covers for that set are fantastic. It's good stuff. All right, let's keep it moving along on the list here and see what else we've got. All right, because after Dr. Sheila Haywood is Tigra. They're calling her Best Mom. All right. All right. Given the circumstances that led to her child, it would be understandable if Tigra didn't want him. An alien Skrull posing as Hank Pym had a romantic relationship with Tigra and impregnated her. Wow. After the secret invasion was over, Tigra gave birth to her son, William. She loved him regardless of his father, although Hank soon formed a real relationship with both Tigra and her son. For a time, they raised William together while guiding the next generation of Avengers. That's in Avengers, the Initiative, and Avengers Academy. All right, meet the up-and-coming heroes of the Marvel Universe while Tigra and Hank successfully deal with their emotional issues. So, really cool. Okay, so yeah, if you haven't read Avengers Academy, we do have a copy of issue number 1, which is a bunch of first appearances. It's in the giveaway box. It's not going up tonight, but it's in the giveaway box. It's a real good book to have.
I need that book.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's really good spec. All right, so let's jump back in. Okay, so fellas, what do you think about Tigra? Good, bad?
That's a good one. You took care of her.
So good mom.
She's a good mom. She took care of her kid, even though she didn't like the father, or the father tricked her into having a baby with her. But she took on the responsibility like a mom should, and she still, I guess what you call it, trained another team of new Avengers. So,
yeah. And Paul, what do you think?
All right, so I don't know what JT talking about. I'm gonna say she's a bad mom because she should have known that was a Skrull, guys. You should know how. So damn funny. Anyway, y'all should know how a Skrull is, so that's not an excuse for her to say, "I didn't know that wasn't you, Hank." Yeah, you did. You know that was a Skrull. So yeah, so that was a bad mom. She knew that was a Skrull, so I don't want to hear it. No, bad mom to me. You know that was a Skrull.
All right, quick note. Yes, there is a superhero therapist in the Marvel Universe. Doc Samson is a therapist, and he actually performs therapy on the entire X Factor team back during the 90s into the early 2000s. One of the best single issue stories was when he analyzes the entire X Factor team. And yeah, good stuff. All right, so let's keep it moving along and see who else we got for best and worst. I also say, yeah, that's a great mom. You know,
what?
She discounted the history of the father and gave the baby the best chance.
Come on, she knew who the father was.
And kudos to Hank Pym because it takes a real man to step in and raise a child that's not yours.
But he didn't have a choice because she kept blaming him.
Yeah, he did. All right, worst mom, Talia al Ghul. All right, there are different accounts about the way that Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul conceived a child, but the end result was Damian Wayne. During Grant Morrison's Batman run, Damian was introduced as the new Robin. While Damian slowly bonded with his father, Talia rose to prominence as the head of a vast criminal organization known as Leviathan. She even created the Heretic, a murderous clone of Damien himself. When Talia unleashed her evil ambitions, Damien died at the Heretic's hands. This is in the New 52 series. All right. Damien's final stand as Robin, at least until he was resurrected a few years later. All right, you can read that Batman Incorporated Volume 2. Yeah, Batman Incorporated is well worth picking up, the entire run, not just for this, but for many other reasons. All right, so what do y'all think about Talia al Ghul?
I'm gonna take the Paul route and say she's a decent mother. She's a good mom because she's just teaching him how to survive the assassin world because that's where she grew up in, right?
That's right. She was like, I'm gonna teach him to survive the assassin's bullet by plugging two in him.
Yeah, she don't want him to die, so she's gonna beat him herself. Yeah.
All right, Paul. What about you? What's your look? He completely took the words out of your mouth. Look, you have nothing. You have nowhere to go now.
So JT finally, I don't know, maybe a comic book hit his head or something. So finally, he's thinking right, guys, because what he's trying to say and elaborate that she had it, all this that Bruce Wayne got drugged. That's false. We already figured that out from Raja. So that was false. And then anyway, having him train as a soldier, as an assassin, that was the best thing going up with Batman. And then everybody, she didn't kill him. That was a clone. So that didn't count. So the good mom, yep, I agree with JT. Yep, trained her son right. Go up against Batman. Then when Batman got him, he tried to soften him up. But yep, she's a good mother. Yep.
She's a good mother.
All right. And what can you add to that?
About time, JT.
All right.
What did you say, Carlos? I want to hear
next
this.
She's terrible mom. All right, next up, but that's what honestly, the one at fault here, honestly, is Batman because he couldn't keep his pants on. All right, he saw a hot woman and he couldn't stay away.
Yeah.
It was bound to happen. He's always running around and getting involved in situationships that he has no business being in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, how many villains has okay? Let's sidebar. How many villains has Batman had a romantic entanglement with?
All of them.
Think exactly. Yeah, Catwoman, the Phantasm. Talia al Ghul, Poison Ivy. Didn't he at some point have a thing with Harley Quinn too?
Yep.
Yeah,
if you watch which
one
was it? Which cartoon was it? The Killing Joke? He had a fling with Barbara Gordon.
That's the other. See, it wasn't. Yeah,
that was crazy. That was left field when I watched it. I was like,
he had a little fling with Barbara Gordon.
Yeah,
that's
and
crazy.
I'm like, man, no wonder Nightwing runs around sleeping around like he does. That's who raised him.
Yeah, he learned from him.
Anyway, so that's okay. So moving on. All right, Talia al Ghul. That was just a little sidebar for free. Best mom, Medusa. Okay, this is an interesting one. All right. Queen of the Inhumans and the wife of Black Bolt, Medusa lived a life of comfort and luxury in Attilan. However, when Medusa became pregnant with Black Bolt's child, Attilan's Genetics Council demanded that she have an abortion. The council was afraid that Medusa's child would inherit the madness of Maximus and Black Bolt's destructive power. Medusa defied their will by fleeing to Earth, where she eventually gave birth to her son, Ahura. Later, circumstances forced Medusa to relinquish custody of Ahura to the council, but she eventually rescued Ahura and brought him into the Fantastic Four's Future Foundation. During the 80s, this Inhumans graphic novel dealt with Medusa's life in exile as she prepared to give birth to her son. That's Inhumans right of birth. All right, guys, what do y'all think about this? Do you think a mother's love trumps the greater good? Ooh,
JT,
a hard
you
that,
That's
okay, I'll go. I think, as if you're a parent, especially a mother, so I think she's a good mother. She defied their wishes. That's her baby at the end of the day. So she wants whatever would happen. She believes that she can probably teach him not to be a certain way, I guess. So I don't know. I give her. She's a good mom.
okay.
Because you always go take care of your kid.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Paul this time, unfortunately.
About time, JD.
Yeah, she's gonna be a good mom. She tried her best, I guess, but she fled to Earth and then had him, and then she had to give him back away.
Well, she had him and then fled to Earth. I think that's Carlos.
Whatever it said, but I know she tried to flee with the kid, and then she rescued the kid again. So she's a good mom.
Good mother. All right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let's bring it back on. All right. Next up on the list is I believe she's a good mother too. That's like ultimate motherhood when you're willing to put the greater good at because that's a legitimate concern. Because what if he's born part crazy and part like powerful enough to destroy the world? I don't know if that's the person you want hanging around, but she loved him as a child. That's all she saw. All right, next up, worst mom, Scarlet Witch. To be charitable, a lot of what happened to the Scarlet Witch is not her fault. She really tried to make a go of having a family with vision, but Wanda was so powerful that she essentially willed their children, Thomas and William, into existence. Unfortunately, she used parts of Mephisto's soul to create them. Side note, Mephisto is essentially Marvel's version of the devil. Wanda was stripped of her memories of the children to prevent Mephisto from regaining his lost power. When that happened, Thomas and William simply ceased to exist. That led to some serious repercussions when Wanda went insane after remembering her kids during Avengers Disassembled. Of course, the writer of that story neglected to realize that Wanda had previously remembered Thomas and William without going crazy again. Years later, Thomas and William were reincarnated as teenage superheroes, Speed and Wiccan. However, Wanda has made very little effort to be a part of their lives since their reunion. Wanda may love her son, but she simply isn't trying to be a mother anymore. All right, Scarlet Witch and Vision had some good times together while preparing for the birth of their children. This was before things got really crazy. All right, and so it recommends Vision and the Scarlet Witch a year in the life.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you guys think?
I'm gonna say she does not deserve to be a mother because she had some fantasy kids and didn't even take care of her fantasy kids. So she wanted to forget about it. And then when they came back, she was like, I don't know these kids and I don't want to hang out with y'all.
What? Exactly.
Yeah. She didn't want those kids, so she's not a good mom.
She didn't want those kids.
She didn't want those kids. He said, whose kids are these? They're not mine.
Did you hear what he said, JT?
He doesn't even acknowledge them. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It said when they came back as Wiccan and somebody. Racer.
Wiccan and Speed.
And Speed, yeah. So Racer, Speed. Yeah. So she doesn't have a relationship with
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Hey, Darth Lucia's got some good stuff in here. All right, Paul, anything to add?
All right, so I don't know what JT talking about, but I would say she's a good mom because she created that family because she wanted kids, and for those kids, and she was trying to take care of them. And if y'all saw Wanda, Was it Doctor Strange? The way that she gave his look, like they're not real. It was real to her. So it's like, man, a mom that goes that length to create kids and a husband. Good Lord. Yeah, that's a good mom.
That's a good one.
Yeah, man, she created her own kid.
Yeah. And then didn't want him.
Yeah, she wanted him. You didn't see what she did to Doctor Strange. You didn't see what she was doing trying to get the kids. He's like, Wanda, they're not real, and she just looked at
playing Wicked and Speed.
Yeah, that was their name. Was the Young Avengers? They're part of the Young Avengers. Real J Willie.
She don't even talk to him. She don't like those guys.
Right, there you go, Derek Ricard. We create our kids, you know. That's what she did. She created.
What up,
all right,
James Willie?
James Willie, good to see you, buddy. All right, good to see you. All right, El Green Machine is giving some commentary on around this little town that shouldn't have had kids. Oh my God. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we got. What else we got on the list?
Yeah, whoever wrote this article, man, I don't even know what they were talking about.
Best Mom, Invisible Woman, Susan Storm.
Right.
All right. Fantastic Four are truly Marvel's first family of superheroes, but Susan Richards, a.k.a. the Invisible Woman, is the glue that holds them together. Susan and her husband Reed have successfully raised both of their children, Franklin and Valeria Richards. Even in the current run of the Fantastic Four, the Richards family is still going strong. They've moved heaven and earth to protect their children, and they have.
Mm-hmm.
Susan and her family go on an extended vacation while Reed hides a secret that threatens them all. Fantastic Four Volume 1, New Departure, New Arrivals. I don't know which copy that or which story that is, but it's worth checking it out. The link to this article, and which has some links, is in here. All right, next one. Worst Mom, Lois Lane. What?
Yep. Damn, they finally got one right.
What? All right, here we go. There was a time when Lois Lane would have topped this list as the wife of Superman and the mother of Jonathan Kent / Superboy. Lois proved that she was willing to do anything for her family, at least until the current Superman run. Recently, Lois and Jonathan accompanied Jor-El on an intergalactic voyage until Lois felt she wasn't needed. So she went back to Earth to write a novel while leaving her son alone with an increasingly unstable madman. That's real Mom of the Year material, and we're thinking that a retcon is inevitable, especially since Jonathan returned to Earth as a teenager. There were happier times for the Kent family as Lois and Clark tried to navigate their personal heroics while raising Jonathan. Okay, yeah, that's the Superman, Lois and Clark. I do recommend picking that up. The whole thing with this Superman run, that's just kind of bogus. All right, I'll say I think that she is the great mom.
What?
That's the real thing.
Well, I've been bashing this article guy, whoever wrote this, but he got that one right. Yeah, she's a bad mom. Yep.
She's a bad mom.
Yeah, man, leaving her son like that, making her a teenager.
So did Wanda. You said she's a good mom.
Yeah, she's a good mom because she created her family. She wanted a family, so she created a family.
Lois Lane created her family too.
Oh yeah, she left him to a teenager at night. She'll create a family and then send him out into space.
Y'all want to know who the greatest mom is, though? May Parker.
But
I don't know.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's good. Well, I see some good stuff in the chat. We're going to come to you. Don't worry, chat. We're going to get to you in just a moment. Actually, I need to go ahead and do this. Let's see. Let me go and get y'all going on the second giveaway.
Yeah, I need that 1 in 10, man.
Giveaway time.
Here we go.
That's it.
All right, here we go. Enter to win, hashtag Noctera. Make sure you get the spelling correct. Noctera for your chance to
Billy
win.
is Paulie good mom. Don't worry, collector. You ain't getting Billy.
Oh, why is Sonic fur turned into Flash? Why he didn't just put a suit on?
What? He does have a suit on. Look, he's got a suit.
Why is it part of his face?
Huh?
His hair just turned red.
It's a suit.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of a cool cover.
Yeah, so Sonic is fast as well as Flash, so you got Flash.
All right, hashtag Noctera. That's what you want to enter to win.
Sonic the Flash.
Number 1, 1, and 10. All right, let's keep going. One of you has some feedback going on with the microphone. It's been hissing the entire time. There's something like either rain or some hissing sound or something. It just stopped. One of you do something different?
No, JT put himself on mute.
Put myself on mute. Might be me. I don't know what it is.
No, I don't hear it. I wonder if it was this microphone here.
Maybe when you dropped the book.
Yeah. I didn't drop the book.
Oh, okay. Well,
all right.
When you picked up a book.
All right, let's keep it going. I think Lois Lane is one of the best moms, but that's just me.
Yeah, this one gets right.
Mary Jane Watson. In the current continuity, Mary Jane Watson isn't a mother. Marvel even erased her marriage to Peter Parker, but in 2 alternate timeline series, Mary Jane is proven to be the best mom a superheroine could ask for. In Spider-Girl, Mary Jane and Peter provided guidance for their daughter, Mayday Parker. But in Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, Mary Jane went the extra mile and became a superheroine herself. Within that timeline, Peter and Mary Jane's daughter, Annie, gained her powers at a very early age. Rather than discourage Annie's heroics, Mary Jane and Peter found a way to make it a family affair. As Spinnerette, Mary Jane wears a costume that gives her access to Peter's spider powers, and she's proven to be a natural heroine. The superhero family that saves together stays together. All right, and this is the last one. So, what do y'all think? Thank you, Marvin Green. All right, let's see it. Let's see it, folks. What do you think, panel?
Right down the middle. What? Right down the middle. No, because did she even have powers? She just became a superhero and took her daughter.
I can't. I've lost track because she was Venom and then she was Jackpot, and I don't know.
She's Venom right now, ain't she?
She's Venom now, yeah.
No.
So she got powers to go fight crime with her daughter.
I don't. I say she's a bad mom because she has to go to alternate universes to be a good mom. And that's not what you're looking for in a mother. You don't have to go to alternate universes and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, bad mom to me.
She's a good girlfriend sometimes.
Yeah, she's like. It was supposed to be Gwen Stacy, so I don't know. Mary Jane was like supposed to be just a one night stand.
Yeah. Well, Gwen Stacy's good, so Peter Parker can get rid.
Carlos is really thinking over there, guys.
Yeah, my dog.
That's right. Rio Morales is a good mom.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
All right, the hissing is back.
Miles Morales.
Rio Morales is a good mom.
Yes.
No, she wasn't.
Awesome book. Yep. My mom, good mom. It was the monorail.
It was,
all right.
It was the monorail. Oh, the noise you're hearing is the monorail. Oh, okay.
Her power is being a hot redhead. There you go. All right, folks. That is our top 10, or that is the best and worst moms in comic books. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Let's go ahead and get this second giveaway done. We're gonna send out this copy of Noctera.
1 and 10.
Paul and JP Y'all are welcome to, if you want.
Good luck, Carlos.
15 likes. Let's go. We're going to just go and spin it right now. Good luck to everybody.
Carlos wins.
2, 1. Here we
Good
go.
luck, Carlos. There he goes. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's another Carlos. Usually it's like the fourth or fifth.
And
One.
Mr. 3. All right. Congratulations, Mr. Collector, who should be a channel member at this point. He's currently
I don't
not.
think he is. He's not a channel member.
He's not a channel member. He can get that 1 in 50. Instead, he's going to get the 1 in 10. All right.
Is he even here? He's not even in the chat.
He's got 4 minutes. Let's go and
4
start the time.
minutes.
All right, 4 minutes. Remember, that's the deal. You must be present.
Time's up.
Got a 4 minutes.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is. Okay, that was
Slithered in
quick.
there.
That was quick. All right, Mr. Collector.
Yeah,
You
look at all
can
these congratulations from Wolverado, Emma, Leah,
everybody coming out of the woodwork to say
Green.
congratulations.
Congratulations. Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Mr. Collector, I have a set of books for you that have been sitting with me forever. Tried to give them to you. I need to get them to you. So let's connect.
He lives down the street from you.
Well, it's not from me, it's from you, maybe. All right, there it is. Noctera, number 1 to 110, going to Mr. Collector. Which was the better, Martha, Wayne, or Kent? I have to go with Kent because Wayne died right away.
Right.
So we don't even know how she would have been as a mom. All right, folks, thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Make sure and consider joining the channel so you can help support the channel, keep it running in a direct fashion. Remember, the goal this year is 2,025 subscribers by the end of 2025 in order to get a massive giveaway. Help us share out the channel. Tell people, hey, subscribe to this channel. They're going to be doing a big giveaway if they can break this goal. I'll be starting to share a graphic this week so that people can take a look at it. And then channel members, one of the best, most fun ways to join and to become to directly support this channel that gives out, I think, more free books than any other channel that I'm aware of. Thanks so much to all of you for watching and for hanging out with us here. We're going to go ahead and let these guys say their final thoughts and shout outs, starting with Paul. All right.
So pick this up, guys. I was showing off. I think that's Brainiac, I believe.
Yes.
And this is for a good friend of mine. I found this. I didn't even know Mike Mayhew, Joe Senate was on this thing. I mean, I keep it. He dies in this issue, so gonna get this to my buddy. Duel with Moonstalker. So Moonstalker kills him with these arrows. Yeah, giving it to my buddy Carlos. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you having me on. And thank you guys, everybody, for coming and supporting us. Tune in on Friday for the Comics on Demand. Have a good time on there. Yeah, hit the like button, and if you want to be a channel member, hit up Carlos and join. Got a few channel members on there. Thank y'all. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Leah. Oh, that wasn't for me, Leah. But happy Mother's Day to Leah.
All right. JT.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody coming out, watching the worst host ever, Paul Comics, and being on the show. We appreciate y'all coming out, listening to the things we have to say, talking comics. Yeah, get those likes up for my man Carlos. Put this out wherever you can. Make sure you, when he posts those things on Instagram, put them on your stories so other people can see them. They might just scroll across and come watch us on Wednesdays and Friday nights. So yeah, so thank you for coming.
You didn't say happy Mother's Day to Liz.
See you soon. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that's going to watch this show as well.
How do you know that?
Because I know people are going to tweet this out, share it, like it, all that with all your friends.
Awesome. All right. Hey, thanks so much to everybody for tuning in tonight and being a part of tonight's show. We do this every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central. It'll continue on through the summer. We will take a break between seasons 7 and 8. Probably coming back with a couple of really big changes for season 8. So make sure that you're staying tuned and keeping an eye out. Remember, 2,025 subscribers in the year 2025. We've got some really cool stuff planned. A lot of great stuff yet to do, and much more road yet to travel on this little comic journey that we're on. Again, big shout out to Lone Star Heroes Comics and Toys for continuing to support us. Remember, they've got a show coming up. I mean, they've got a sale coming up the last month, in 2 weeks. And then Comics on Demand hits on Friday night, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central. Make sure and join us for some of the best deals and steals on YouTube. We've got some amazing books that we've been putting up at great prices. So you want to tune in and get the most out of your comic buying dollars. So we will see y'all next time. Take care. And again, for Carlos Collects Comics and the rest of the crew, thanks for being here. You make this show possible. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate that.